Ladies and gentlemen, where it stands today, the Buffalo Bills are the only undefeated team remaining in the NFL. The early slate of games are over with. I'm sitting here watching Red Zone like an absolute animal. I can only imagine a lot of you guys are well into your pregame rituals. Maybe you're in the kitchen. Maybe you're air frying some wings. Maybe you got the grill fired up, pacing back and forth, thinking about everything and anything that has to do with this Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots matchup. But have no fear. I wanted to come on here and give you guys a proper pregame episode, as my regular live play-by-play reaction is going to be live this evening at 6 p.m. EST. No. It's excuse me, 7:30 EST is when I plan on going live this evening for my live play-by-play. The exact same time when I give away this signed James Cook jersey behind me. I'm very excited to announce the winner during halftime. I hope that I'm not going to be in a pool of stress, but regardless, I am looking forward to it. So obviously, if you guys want to be a part of this James Cook signed jersey giveaway, you have to be a subscriber to this YouTube channel, and you have to be here during my halftime portion of the live play-by-play, because I will be picking a random person in the live chat to end up giving the honors away to that. Anyway, though, guys, we have a little bit to unpack today. We're still patiently waiting for the final game day roster, the final injury report, which we will be getting I believe, an hour before the game. But I kind of just wanted to hop on here and ask everybody what their thoughts are. Q&A, nice little segment to understand where everyone's thought process is. As always, I ask each and every single one of you, hit that thumbs up sign for me. It's the easiest way to propel this out to the YouTube algorithm. And more importantly, do me a favor and let me know where you are tuning in from, folks. I'm always curious, how far does Bills Mafia truly extend? Shout it from the rooftops. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And let's get into this. Right before we dive in, I have to give a giant shout out to our good friends over at Sleeper. Folks, if you haven't downloaded Sleeper Picks already for everything you got to do during your player prop parlays, I don't know what you're doing, because this system gets it. Right now, guys, not only are they matching 100% of your first deposit all the way up to $100, right now they're giving you a free $20 just for signing up. No initial deposit at all. As long as you end up hitting that link in my description, you're getting a free $20 to go on ahead and put together your player prop parlays for this evening or Monday Night Football. Certainly go check that out. Link is in the description. Shout out to Sleeper. Terms and conditions apply, obviously. Let's go on ahead, man, and let's see where everybody is tuning in from. Let's go. Let's go New England. We have New England is in the building. Cuba is in the building, man. Let's talk about this. Richmond, Virginia is in the building. California, Oswego, New York, 916 California. Poughkeepsie is in the building. Mobile, Alabama. Hunter, what's going on, man? I'm there quite regularly for the Senior Bowl each and every single year. Always a good thing. We have LBC, Go Bills. Ruben, what's up, man? How you doing? Indianapolis, Indiana. Colorado is in the building. Arkansas is in the building. Rochester, New York. Lockport, Tokyo is in the building. Scott Blakely is coming in saying, I'm hoping that I'm not misreading this, but the Patriots getting a lot of media love. Is it more for who they are or our defensive stop woes? I suppose we'll see. And so I suppose we'll see, right? I think it's still early to be able to give any sort of like flowers to any organization just yet. We have seen the Patriots struggle more this season than we have seen them succeed. I think they look good against the Carolina Panthers, but then we watched that exact same Panthers team go out and beat the Miami Dolphins today. So I think today is really a measuring stick for how we need to look at New England for this year. If New England goes out and somehow beats us, I'm not particularly seeing that as a possibility. I suppose anything could happen. It's an any given Sunday kind of league. But tonight, make no mistake, this is the measuring stick for the New England Patriots. What team are they right now? Ryan Reed is pumped for tonight. You and me both. We have Hawaii is in the building. Upstate New York. Tokyo is in the building, man. I love to see that. All right, speaking of Tokyo, King Bob's in the building, and he's coming in with a great question. Guys, feel free to go on ahead and treat this stream, because right now I am just watching Red Zone, let's go on ahead and just make this a Q&A segment. So in order to make this easier on me, if you have a question, do me a favor and please label your submission with a Q, or if you have a statement, an S, so that way I can pick them out appropriately. I try and do my best to make sure that I get to each and every single comment. Many of you guys know I'm live Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. EST. So for those of you that are just finding my channel, I highly recommend that you subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you can be a part of every single episode. I talk to the chat each and every single show. All right? I'm not going to sit here and ignore my people because that's what makes this channel so great. Dan, question. And do you think Drake May will be an elite quarterback in the future? It's still early. Like, I do think that he's been making some very good decisions out there. He's looked good for a redshirt rookie is what I like to call him. He is yet to put together 17 full games. So in my eyes, I think that he's still a rookie, but so far he's definitely taken a really good jump. He's looked the part. So what does he look like? Like right against Buffalo in this environment, which I can only imagine is going to be pretty crazy on him. And let's go from there and see what he can do, man. It's the first time we've actually played Drake May, right? So let's see what's going on. I think Shaq Thompson starting for Dorian Williams is good for us. What do you think? 110%. As much as I hate to ever do on any player on the Buffalo Bills, because that is, of course, a player for our favorite team, as far as liability is concerned, it's Dorian Williams, man. He's not very good in coverage. He's a liability out there. Shaq Thompson, while he's obviously getting older, much better in both categories. He's just as good as Dorian Williams in run defense, and he's significantly better than Dorian Williams in coverage. He's a hell of a lot better of a player to be out there alongside Matt Milano or Terrell Bernard. If Buffalo runs 4-3, I love having Shaq Thompson out there. I think that's going to be his position for the rest of the season. Hot take as well. When Maxwell Harrison is activated from IR and we give him that 21-day window, we're going to swap out Max Harrison and Dorian Williams for the overall roster construction piece. That's my hot take, that Dorian Williams is added to the season-ending IR with whatever he has. I got a statement. The Finns are ass. They are indeed, man. The Miami Dolphins 1-4 and the New York Jets 0-5. Man, it's not a good day for the AFC East division. How concerned are you with the Buffalo Bills run defense? Like, not so much. No, right? So here's my thought process. Say, for example, that this Buffalo Bills offense was not as dynamic as they were for the past couple of years. Like, we've said it a lot of times on this show where this offense sleepwalks their way into 30 points. How often do you think that we're going to be going up against a team that's going to be utilizing their number one strategy against us as running the football like 90% of the time at 5 yards per carry, knowing that this Buffalo Bills defense is good for at least one turnover per game, and you have an offense that almost scores at will? That's not a game-winning strategy. Like, running against the Buffalo Bills like 90% of the time, especially if their offense is going shot for shot, is not a winning formula. Like 9 times out of 10. Sure, a couple of teams could probably get us with that, but you're not going to find a lot of teams that are going to win that way, right? Especially, say, for example, that like you see Buffalo get, so their usual like one forced fumble or maybe even an interception, and giving the Buffalo Bills one more possession on the offensive side of the ball. So would I like for our run defense to be better? For sure. I mean, who wouldn't at this point? But I'm not so much concerned because I don't think that teams can beat you like that, right? Especially with how good our offense is and especially with how quality we are at taking away the football. That's me. Brent, what's going on, Brent? Hope all is well. Dan, what do you want to see in tonight's game for us to be successful? For me, I really want to take advantage of some of the weaknesses on that defense. I want to see us attack linebackers and safeties in coverage because they struggle in the middle of the field. So I think that this should be a pretty good game from Khalil Shakir and Dalton Kincaid. I think that you can eat in the middle of the field. I'm curious about Gonzo. I'm curious about Carlton Davis on the outside. I'm not too high on Joshua Palmer anymore. I think I've already accepted that was just another Curtis Samuel signing, was a gamble or a roll of the dice that just didn't end up turning out. As far as Keon Coleman, he's probably going to be covered by Gonzalez, who is one of the best corners in the league, but you can eat against those linebackers. So would love to see that. Number 2, and this is something that I really need to see. Please clean up penalties. Clean up these pre-snap penalties. Last week, we had 11 penalties. And the first 3 weeks of the season, we were playing very disciplined football. We were not shooting ourselves in the foot. Yeah, we could sit there and say, and so those damn refs, bro. And so those damn refs were just, but it largely was us shooting ourselves in the foot. So would love to play a bit more disciplined. Next up, really don't want to give this Patriots offense a lot of confidence from the beginning. Like, they have a terrible offensive line, especially from the interior protection. So let's take advantage of that. If Ed Oliver plays, I really hope he has a good one. Same thing with Daquan Jones, with Deion Walker. There are so many opportunities for us to get to Drake May. Don't sleep on those. But I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. We have James is coming in. Let's go Buffalo. No negative talk. James is like, nothing negative in this building right now. Statement: if the Bills win, we will be the only undefeated NFL team. Well, let me tell you what, King Bob, where it stands right now, we are the only undefeated team, which is a beautiful thing. Which is an absolutely beautiful thing. Corey Bartlett's in the building. Dan, when will the Bills lose? I'm thinking Tampa Bay or Philly. I mean, say that it's Philly. It's going to be a long time right before we have, and so a live stream where I need to go on ahead and, and just talk to the people. Be like, guys, it's going to be all right. I promise you. But it's tough to say, man. It's tough to say. I mean, really, all I'm hoping for is that, like, we can see this team go out and play as consistent as humanly possible. Very few and far between games where it doesn't look like a Buffalo-type game, and just go from there. Go Bills. With the signing of Jimmy Chiarlo from the practice squad, does that mean that Matt Milano injury might be more serious, or is it just for depth? Probably has to do with Dorian Williams being out. Some additional special teams. Wouldn't say Matt Milano might still be out. It's so with the more so of working out with Dorian Williams. That is me. If it's not even a secret that, okay. All right, we are getting off topic right here. I think that's a bot, actually. Should they try to bring up Frank Gore Jr. over Ray Davis? It's not even so much that I think that Ray Davis is not good. It's just the fact that, like, we haven't really had an opportunity to use Ray Davis because games have been so close for Buffalo. And with James Cook has been such a dynamic RB1 for us, and the games have either been us playing from behind or the game being far too close. That's why we're seeing so much James Cook, is because you want to have your best players out on the field when games are that close. I'm not particularly sure that it is Ray Davis because dude's only had what? Like, he's had 11 carries so far. So for me, I'm not so much concerned about it. Guys, we have 290 of you in here right now, which is absolutely insane. 128 of you on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up sign. If there is 128 on YouTube, there has to be 128 like buttons hit. I think that we can get that done. Let's continue to propel this out to the YouTube algorithm so more people can talk a little ball. How about them fish? Pathetic trash organization. Yeah, dude. The fish are killing me right now, brother. I can tell you what. Go Pats. Even if we lose, I just want to see May have a good game and improve. Wes, what's going on? Dude, how about a $10 donation from our good friend, Cat Stumbo, Cat in the Hat. Hi, Dan. Bills 31, Pat 17. I would like that. I genuinely would. How much concern that this Maxwell Harrison injury will affect him? So I don't think that the Buffalo Bills are going to rush him back at any point, right? And so I think that that's been proven since they didn't activate his 21-day window this past week. So I think they're going to be careful about it. he's never had a history of a knee injury prior to the training camp incident. So I feel like he'll be okay. He's young. He's young. It's his first stint. And let's just hope there's no setbacks while he's amping up, ready to get past. Cammy is coming in. Dan, the key to winning tonight is passing to our tight ends. Yeah. I mean, dude, like I said, so the middle of the field over in the middle of the field over in New England, a lot of issues when it comes into the secondary. Dawkins always gets penalties. He does. He's got to chill. How much concern with this Maxwell Harrison? We got this one. Randy is coming in. Tonight, we can extend our home winning streak. We can extend our 30 points a game streak. James Cook can extend his 8-game streak with a TD. I believe Josh Allen breaks Cam Newton's record of 45 games with a rushing and a passing touchdown. Go Bills. Randy Nunya, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I hope so, man. Show me some more games here. I'm too excited for tonight from Miami. I'm about to hit a workout to make time pass until the game. Man, it's those late afternoon workouts, right, bro? I'm a big 5 a.m. type workout guy. That's me. We have with Josh Palmer was a signing that was done at the behest of limited partners in the Buffalo Bills ownership group and Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment Group, who Palmer's father is closely aligned. A conspiracy theory is going down, folks. A conspiracy theory. I thought it was fishy. From the beginning. Cammy Poo. Dan, the key to winning tonight is passing to our tight ends. I totally agree that. Hi, from Rome, New York, Bills Mafia. Christine, what is going on? I hope all is well. Philly is way overrated. I wouldn't go that far, right? Like, winning in this league is difficult, and going 17-0 is difficult, right? Like, I can assure you that no one is coming in here saying that Philadelphia is a trash organization and their season is over, right? Maybe some of their fans are, right? Like, some of the real diehard fans. So we see that from Bills Mafia a lot of the times. If Buffalo has a slow first quarter, man, like, we're seeing people say, oh, we're not winning the Super Bowl this year, right? It's normal for fans to overreact. It's the nature of the business that we're in, right? It's the nature of the business. I thought it was a quality game from Denver, so I thought that they did their thing. But that's me. That is me. I think what's going to be a game changer is those two guys coming back from suspension. That is going to change everything. On paper, it should, but let's see. Yo, Dan, is Ed and Matt back? We get the official announcement here within the next couple of hours. Shane is coming in with a statement. I want the Bills to keep the Patriots locked in the stadium until they agree to trade Hollins for Samuel Moore and Palmer. We want Hollins back in this channel, huh? We got Pizza Roll in the building. I'm scared we're going to lose to New England. I mean, hey, listen, it's natural for each and every single matchup where you could be a bit concernicus of how the Buffalo Bills game is going to work out. But, like, really, when I look at this, and so the Buffalo Bills are just a better team on paper, and say that they play the game that they should play, then there's no team that can beat us, right? Let's talk about MTs in the building. Hey, Dan, I'm tuning in from the NBC broadcast break room at the Bills Stadium. Looking forward to seeing the Bills remain the only undefeated team in the league. I'm tuning in from the NBC broadcast break room, the Bills Stadium. Are you also in the media, my friend? Are you also in the media? Dude, we have some low-key supporters in the Bills media world. Look at that. Carolina beat Miami. TD is melting down. Dallas walked the Jets. Philly lost to Denver. Good night for Buffalo to BTA on the Patriots. Interesting. And do you think the third down defense is going to continue to be an issue? We have MT dueling. Yeah, I do. Right? I hate when any defensive coordinator accepts the fact that a defense is bend but not break. I also don't think that Buffalo really has much of an interest in, like, solving it, right? Maybe they're hoping that Michael Hoyt can bring an extra dynamic, Like maybe they're hoping Ogunjobi can do it so we can have a more diverse like rotation on the defensive line. Because 9 times out of 10, bad third down defense is lack of pass rush. And not even so much lack of pass rush, but lack of being able to finish the job and actually sack the quarterback. I genuinely believe that the Buffalo Bills have just accepted the fact that, hey, listen, like we drafted and signed players to be a part of the defense, which are traditionally undersized for their position group for the most part. So they end up accepting the fact that they're probably going to get ran on, that they're probably going to get shafted on a couple of third and longs. But what they like is that we're so fast and athletic that we're able to generate turnovers. And we all can say this and be like, oh, well, that's not something we should really rely on. It's been like 26 games in a row. So it's kind of hard to argue with them. Like being like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, like we're going to get gashed by some of like the large running backs in the league. Or, yeah, like we'll probably end up like letting go like a 3rd and 6, a 3rd and 7 here and there. But we're probably going to get a turnover. And we're probably going to give the ball right back to Josh Allen. That's probably their mindset. And I'm not saying that I particularly agree with it either, but it's something, unfortunately. You know what I mean? We have James is coming in the building. I don't know when the guys come back, but we got 2 guys coming back from suspension. Our defense line that's going to be the changer of the Buffalo Bills defense for sure. That's what I'm talking about. From what I can tell, most of the Sunday Night Football broadcast crew is rooting for Buffalo. Look at that. What do you think is the most important part of the offense today? Every team has room to improve. It's the most important part of the offense today. Like I said, I do want to attack our tight ends and Shakir out of the slot because, again, I think that the middle of the field for the New England Patriots is their weakness in coverage. I would also like to see James Cook really test this quote unquote top 3 run defense. Like there have been so many times where I've been previewing a game before and I see a top 5 run unit in the league. But then what does Joe Brady do? He just rolls James Cook out there and he rushes for an absurd amount. Like each and every single time, man. So still want to really hone in on the run first type approach. And we'll see if New England can stop it. That's going to be it. Are we willing to dial up the blitz tonight? So I got to tell you what, based off of what I've seen from Drake May, he's pretty good against the blitz. He's terrible at regular pressure, but like he's pretty good against the blitz, which is it's good for a second-year player. So I'd say sparingly. Not quite as crazy of a blitz package as I would normally call for. It's 3rd and forever for McDermott's defensive woes. Look at that. We have the Patriots' glory days are finished. Go Bills, but Broncos are great. We have Bison, man. He's coming in. He's showing his thing. But all right, folks. Short little stream today for my pregame episode. I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys here for a hot minute. I'm going to go make myself a steak for dinner, and then I'm going to be live again here in 2 hours and 45 minutes. At 7:45, I will be live for my live play-by-play reaction. Again, I'm giving away a signed James Cook jersey, as you can see. During halftime of my live play-by-play reaction, I'm selecting somebody at random in the chat, all right? And then once I select somebody random, I'm going to have you send me a DM with proof that it's you, et cetera, et cetera. And then afterwards, we'll end up going into my other giveaways for the season. But I will see you a bit later. Subscribe and turn on bell notifications. Go Bills, and enjoy the rest of some red zone football for the rest of the day. Love y'all. We'll see you soon. Peace.